So where's the office? Back at division?
In the office, baby. Going out.
What's up, Buckeye Nation? You're tuned in to the Buckeye Cast.
Sets, fires, touchdown, Garrett Wilson. Wow. In the end zone. Oh, what a catch. Jeremy Rucker, give me that. Fields, the throw, steps up, delivers deep down the field. He's got a receiver. Olave, touchdown, Buckeyes.
Now here's your host, Joe Warwick.
The Ohio State Buckeyes.
Lo siento. Lo siento. All right, that's the show, folks. Thanks for coming. All right, we are back. We've got a hot and heavy episode coming in here. I know everybody else, all the other podcasts are doing the same kind of draft scenario, so we're going to do our own. This one's going to be more fun, though, because it actually has opinion included, where everybody else is just basing their numbers, their picks on, numbers and stats and stupid shit. This is probably a draft with your heart, not your head kind of thing, right? At least when Jeff's involved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
this year, this draft, I am strictly drafting based on players' names.
All right.
Who's got the cool names?
What about the colors of the uniform?
There was one?
Yeah, so anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that new intro, boys. We busted out a new intro for Season 4 coming in here. No, wait. Are we setting up Season 5? This might be Season 5.
I think this is Season 3.5.
No, it's Season 5.
We don't have a Season 4 yet.
No, we're teeing up Season 5 right about now. We just had Season 4. We're about to finish that up. It would have finished with the spring game on Saturday. So we're getting ready to start a Season 5 here. Subscribe, follow the show, check out the supply store. You guys, have you guys seen those awesome new shirt designs I just cranked out over the weekend?
Yes, saw a couple of them.
Yeah. Do you like the Buckeye Above All shirt? Is that badass or what? Yes. Thanks.
I like the whole catalog, Jim.
You play the whole catalog?
Play the whole catalog.
Yeah, scroll. Page 2. There's still cool shit on page 2. Scroll down to the bottom.
That's right. So, as always, hit the supply store. We still have that 25% off promo code TBCSS25. Boys, do we have any bourbon to talk about before we jump into the show?
Shawn?
I do not. I'm bourbon free tonight. I just finished a bottle of Elijah Craig that I enjoyed immensely.
How do you like that compared to like a Buffalo or an Eagle?
I feel it's right in that same range. I enjoy it.
All right.
I don't know. What do you want me to say?
I haven't had that in a long time. I got to get a bottle.
I know. Every time I do, it's solid.
Yeah. All right. Jeff used to be a bourbon guy, did you not?
You're not going to wow anybody with it, but
right.
Don't disappoint many either.
It's a daily. It's a good daily.
I haven't wowed anybody with my intake of bourbon.
Well, you have wowed us with your intake. Maybe not of bourbon.
Okay. No. I haven't tried any bourbon recently, honestly. Just been drinking a lot of Stella.
Okay.
A lot of Stella.
Yeah. French. I like that.
Give me a Stella.
I saw you've been getting a bunch of home deliveries. So tell us what was that long neck bottle you had in there?
No shit, Joe. That care package looked very nice.
Well, we all know the Eagle is like an awesome day by day kind of get me through the week kind of bourbon. But the Willet, I was surprised. I've heard a lot of good things, read a lot of good reviews. I know some people that have had it. It is super, like, very cinnamon. Like, not to the point of Fireball, but it's up there. It's, like, super cinnamony. You know, not like eating one of those fucking, you know, old the candies. No, but I didn't really like it. I'll have it once in a while, probably. I even added some smoke to it with the smoking gun, and it was still pretty fucking cinnamon forward. Like, that's why I stick with Eagle and
was it a special one, or that was like their standard?
That's their standard. Yeah, just the Willet. I think it's called Pot Still or something like that. It's from Kentucky. You know, I only buy stuff from Kentucky, and it's, you know, the one thing they do right. But I was not impressed, honestly. I don't like having my tongue burned.
Tell you Buckeye fans that have moved south to Cincinnati, no offense.
Yeah.
Mint juleps. They do the shit out of some mint juleps.
Those are good. Yeah. So what have you guys been doing to self-quarantine? What have you been spending your time doing? Jeff, I know the grass never stops growing.
I mean, honestly, bro, work's been, I go out every day. I get a lot less talking with the customers, which is kind of cool.
Right.
They just usually just wave and keep their distance, and that works.
Helps when you give them the finger.
Tell you what, right? But it's tough on the weekends, man, because there's nothing on TV.
Right.
I got 4 women in the house driving me insane. Yeah. So a lot of Stella.
you jump into Lion King on Netflix yet?
No, I don't need. No, fucking Lebitard show, man. They binge watched the whole thing and they broke it down before I even started watching it. So I was like, I already know what happens.
You shouldn't have listened to that. Those guys are morons.
That show is actually kind of funny, man. Considering it's the best option at that time slot on the radio. You can't tell me something's better.
Yeah.
But I think Clay Travis is on Fox. Is that the better option, Joe?
I don't listen to that crap.
Well, I don't listen to podcasts right now because nobody's got any sports to talk about. There's just it's too much dumb shit. So all my guys that I listen to, not excluding Buckeye podcast, but all my other podcasts to listen to, I didn't even bother because they're talking about dumb shit too. They're reviewing movies and stuff. So,
all right, Shawn, I know you have an opinion about the Lion King,
the Tiger King.
Whatever.
Yeah, the Lion. Yeah, which one are we talking about?
Yeah, I've been.
Mufasa was a dick.
Did you watch?
I didn't watch the new episode you sent me that came out. I've got to do that here in the next couple of days. But Carol Baskins killed her husband.
Yep.
I'm flat out convinced.
That's the easy part of the show. That's like the easy cut and dry. You know, I answered that on the first night.
But yeah, it's wild, and that story just gets wilder and wilder and wilder. Yeah. And I mean, I could see a season 2 on that bad boy.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the one guy that's running the place now who's sticking it to the other one.
Yeah, Jeff Lowe.
The whole thing on. Yeah.
He's a peach. Have you seen his fucking nanny? She's all right.
Jeff Lowe don't give a shit.
He needs to put out a book.
Doc Antone's got some cult harem of women out there taming tigers.
How are these guys doing it? I got to get some notes from these guys. Can you guys
Tigers are cool, man. That's
write a book?
Tigers are cool.
Yeah, scores major ass. If nothing else.
Back to the Levitar show. They've had Doc Antle on. They had him on like 4 days straight. I learned quite a bit about that fucking character.
Yeah,
but he said like he just slipped into the conversation, like, you know, Dan's asking questions, going back and forth. He slipped in. Carol killed her husband like 6 times.
Yeah, because you can't not say it.
He's like, no, we love these tigers and they're great. And Carol did kill her fucking husband, that's for sure. And
they reopened that case over here in Tampa.
I saw a headline. Did they really?
Yeah, the sheriff.
That's the funniest thing in the world, that a Netflix show reopened a actual criminal case.
Good luck finding anything after a fucking tiger ate him 20 years ago.
Yeah,
I mean, seriously.
Where's the DNA traces?
Yeah, I sent you the photo of the last sighting of her husband.
Yes. I tweeted it, Joe. I put it on Twitter. I had to.
My kids have showed
awesome.
me a couple clever TikToks regarding Tiger King.
Yeah.
that are pretty good. I'd recommend be looking at that.
Nice.
Shawn, you strike me as the TikTok dad type. What are some cool videos you've made?
Yeah.
You know he's dressed up. He's dressed up like Joe Exotic. He blonded his mullet.
I did. Hey, you know what? I haven't had a haircut in a month. I might go old school mullet. I might go Joe
Frost
Exotic.
those tips.
Yeah. I say, Henry,
I got plenty of hydrogen peroxide in here.
There you go.
If you want to go Mike Gundy, you got to frost the tips. Yes.
Yeah. Go Joe
Little
Exotic.
handlebar, Joe Exotic, but he's got the pencil thin goatee, right? Seen a picture, I think, of him.
Yeah.
Joe Exotic.
So yeah, I actually watched that follow-up episode last night. Where
is it worth it?
Yeah, you got to. But so basically,
you got to finish it.
Joe, you know Joel McHale, the guy that used to do
Yeah.
Talk Soup.
The soup, whatever.
Talk Soup
yeah.
on Comedy
He's on
Central.
that Masked Singer bullshit.
Okay. So he interviews basically everybody from the show except for Joe Exotic, and they're all like, yeah, Joe deserves to be in jail. And they all say Carol killed her husband, too. It's hilarious.
They all deserve to be in jail, I think.
To a degree.
At least, you know, I mean, they're not like, except for Carol, they're not killers. They're just scumbags.
Yeah, they're all a little shady. I mean, they went to work at a fucking zoo in Oklahoma, man. Come on. But, yeah, they had that, the Mexican girl guy, the trans.
Yeah.
Okay.
They lost his arm, her arm.
Mm-hmm.
You had me at girl guy.
Yeah, I'm sure. I know we did, Sally. They had, who's the husband of Joe Exotic, the guy with the tats that liked to do an interview with his shirt off.
Yeah.
Leaning back as far as he possibly could. He actually got a new grill. He has new teeth. He looks like a normal person almost. And he definitely was not gay. He was loaded on drugs and shit.
All right.
So, what about Joe's boyfriend? What about Joe's boyfriend when he went in?
Which one was that?
I don't know, the young guy.
He married
after the other one blew his head off.
Oh yeah, they didn't talk about that guy. They did talk about. They had the campaign manager, that goofy kid, that saw the guy blow his head off right in front of him, and that guy said that he did not think that Travis, whatever his name was, tried to kill himself. He said something to the effect of, this Luger will not fire unless there's a clip in, and he actually fired it up against his temple, and at the last second you saw his surprise on his face that, this does fire. There was one
Jesus.
Or something.
They were always waving guns around, man. I wouldn't want to be around that crowd. That's a little too much. I mean, I love guns, but I don't like waving them around all the time.
Yeah, they were talking about blowing shit up all the time.
The guns were okay. It was the gay meth that's where you drew the line.
I don't think the meth was gay. I think the gays were gay. Meth has no sex. The
gay and the meth. Meth has no sex.
Doc Anno ain't gay.
No. Doesn't have to be. He's got a nice little harem going. Although Jeff Lowe's got a solid 10 working as his nanny. So, and his wife isn't a terrible person either. Anyways, we're talking way too much about this show. I'm going to have to edit all that out.
Good call.
So, we're going draft. Jeff versus Shawn, head-to-head, cage match. So here's what we're doing. We're doing 1 QB, 1 running back, 3 wide receivers. So you got a slot, 2 outside guys, 1 tight end, 5 O-line. Okay, that's Buckeyes' standard offensive set. Defense, we're going 2 DNs, 2 D tackles, 3 linebackers, so basically a 4-3, but 3 corners, 1 safety, because the Buckeyes play a single high safety. All right? You guys have your rosters ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's see. How should we do this? Who gets first pick? Let's go. I have a number in my head.
Very, very
Yeah, this decides who wins.
Yep. So I have a number in my head. And let's see. Who should we give first dibs? You have to be dead on the number. We're going to go until somebody guesses the exact number
between 1 and 17,000.
Yes, that's the entire show. We're between 1 and 10. You pick the number. Let's go. Age.
How do you pick?
Age or beauty? Jeff.
4.
Age before beauty.
No.
4.
No.
Okay, well, Shawn, all right, that's Shawn's first guess.
Yeah.
So I get to go now, right?
Yeah.
10.
Yep, nailed it. First pick.
High school number, Shawn. Come on.
Best number.
That was easy. I gave you the first pick.
No one takes the corners on those picks. It's devious play.
It's not bingo.
That's inside baseball.
Okay. All right.
He is banging a drum out there in right field. Throw him the 10. Ricky, throw him the 10.
All right. So number 1 pick goes to Jeff.
Obviously, Justin Fields, quarterback.
Oh, good pick. It's a great pick. I think you'll be happy with that one.
I feel good. I feel good about it.
Scratch that off.
You actually wrote it down?
Let's see. Who else is on the roster? Okay, my pick?
Yeah.
Shawn Wade.
Ooh, good pick.
That was my second pick.
That's
what I was taking for
sure.
It.
This is a snake draft, by the way, so Shawn gets 2 in a row.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Jeff, you got 2 coming back.
Uh-huh.
I'm going Baron Browning.
All right.
Okay.
Shawn loading up on the defensive side of the ball here.
Ooh, okay. So I will take my 2 picks. I do need a rush end, but also offensive line. I will go first. Let's see, Wyatt Davis.
Okay. Loading up on the offensive side.
All right. And so my first O-line pick, Wyatt Davis. Second pick, I will go with Zach Harrison, defensive end.
Okay.
Nice.
Interesting. Jeff's loading up on highly rated recruits here.
Yeah, I was if I was second pick, I was taking Wade. If I didn't win the coin flip, I was hoping to get it. Then I was hoping that maybe he'd slide. Mm-hmm. But yeah, okay. Wyatt Davis, Zach Harrison.
Got it. Shawn, 2 in a row.
I'll go Thayer Munford.
Okay. Interesting.
And Tommy Togiai.
Ooh.
Togiai. Okay. I had him on there. He was one of my 3 D tackles on. All right. So Baron Browning's gone. Wade is gone on defense. I need to get Sevyn Banks.
Okay.
Cornerback.
All right.
And let's see. Let's go. I'm going to go. Linebacker. Pete Werner.
All right.
Ooh, dang.
The neck.
He's coming up on my next round.
The neck.
Give me Browning and Werner. Fucking kidding me? All right. What do I got here? Get some offensive love going. I'll take Olave and Garrett Wilson.
He took them both. You fucking homo. you are fucking homo. He took them both. All right, asshole. All right, asshole.
Shawn's got an interesting lineup going right now. Go ahead.
Okay, so and we're going off current as far as injury situations and everything, right? We're talking about a team to play next season.
Yeah, this coming season.
Yeah, if you had to line up right now.
Okay.
You already won. You got Justin Fields, so it doesn't really matter.
All right, no, but I'm going to take, I got 7 Banks. I'll go ahead and take Taraji Mitchell and Tuff Borland.
Oh.
Nice. 2 middle linebackers.
Oh.
That's very interesting.
You could have that Borland because I wouldn't have fucking taken him in a million years. Not on this team.
Well, I got 3 starting linebackers, so I don't know.
So yeah,
I
want to look at this real quick. So we got Jeff has Justin Fields. He's got Wyatt Davis, so he's building up on offense. Then he goes Zach Harrison. Then 7 Banks. So he goes defense back to back, a rush end, and a corner. Then goes Werner and Taraja and Borland. 3 linebackers in a row you just took, Jeff.
Because fuck him.
So this is a game of cock blocking.
Yeah, essentially.
I apparently that's how Shawn wants to play it. So I'll play it like Lionel Richie, baby, all night long.
All right.
Well, hey, you would have given me that first pick. Wouldn't have had to
you would have taken it easy on me? You would have get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, he would have taken C.J. Stroud.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead, Shawn. You got 2 coming, right?
Yep.
I got 2 coming.
2. Need a linebacker?
I will go defensive ends. Or defensive end Cooper and Smith.
Okay. Cooper, the forgotten man.
5th-year senior. Going to be a stud on that line.
Yeah. Former
Okay.
5-star.
All right. I am back going O-line, Josh Myers, and receiver, Julian Fleming.
Oh, going with the true freshman.
I like that kid, man. Holy! I don't know how many touches he'll get this year with the other with Olavi and Garrett, but fuck, he's gonna. I think he plays. I don't think he gets redshirted. I think he's gonna be one of the 3 or 4 on the rotation.
Here's a question.
If he's healthy, obviously.
So Garrett Wilson had about 700 yards receiving last year. What did you say over under on that for Fleming?
I'm guessing right about
because Garrett and Olavi are there, and I don't know. But Fields could have a year like Joe Burrow. He could have 3 guys over 1,000 yards. Over under at 7. I think 7 is a good number. 700 is a good number there.
Oh, you got to take one.
Probably go true freshman. I'd go a tick under. I would take the under.
Okay.
Just because there's going to be games maybe late in the season he misses a game or 2 here there, and just he's got 2 fucking studs in front of him. 2 guys that are going to need the ball a lot. So,
well, he's going to have to get reps with Olave and Garrett Wilson moving to the slot. So, good luck.
Okay, all right. So,
Shawn,
Josh Myers, Julian Fleming,
Shawn. Yep. See Jeff here loading up on O-line. Shawn hasn't touched the O-line yet.
I took Munford.
Oh, I'm sorry, Munford. Yep. Left tackle, most important position on the O-line.
All right, I'll take NPF.
You can have him.
And Proctor.
Oh.
Josh Proctor. Cool. You put a guy, I don't even have to cross his name off because he wasn't even on my page. Awesome. Good call.
Yeah, he'll be the starter.
I'd like to know who you had at safety then.
I know.
Okay.
You're going to eat them words on that Josh Proctor.
Okay. All right.
You're going to eat
so
that
where am
dub.
I at here? I have 1 rush end. I have 2 offensive linemen.
Yep. Yeah, you got...
I am going to go...
You got some secondary in there? You got Banks.
I got Banks, and I'm going to have to go with...
You need 3 corners, by the way.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. Give me Marcus Williamson. Right. And C. Brown.
Oh, you fucking
that's a steal. How's he wait until the fucking 12th round. Holy shit. For real.
12th round. It makes it sound like he's a piece of shit. Like there's two people firing off picks at each other.
All right, 12th. Your 12th pick.
Yeah. And it's a doozy.
Wow. Shawn, how do you come back with that? Look at this. We got Cam Brown and Seven Banks going against Chris Olave and Julian Fleming. Or no, I'm sorry. Just Chris Olave.
Wilson. It looks it's what you see in practice every day.
Yeah. Ooh, this is interesting.
Okay. So Shawn's got 2, right?
I'm going Jalen Gill.
Whoa.
And Jeremy Rucker.
Forgotten man.
Of course you took Rucker.
We have some high expectations for Rucker this year.
I do.
I did last year. I thought we were going to see more of him last year.
Still got a loaded tight end room.
Yeah, and since you took Rucker, I don't need to worry about whether I take fucking the freshman Stover over Farrell. I still know Farrell will give us much, anyways. I don't know. I haven't been high on Farrell.
He's like the most consistent.
He is Mr. Consistent.
Blocking and catching.
Yeah.
Right, I need another rush end. Give me Tyler Friday.
Ooh. Joe Friday.
And give me the freshman Darian Henry at D-tackle.
Oh.
Whoa.
Some playing time from the freshman. That's your second freshman, by the way.
These motherfuckers are the real deal.
Okay. Lots of confidence in the youngsters. Shawn, what do you see?
Wait, Buckeye Nation as a whole should have confidence in these guys. Do you know how fucking how ranked they were? Ohio State had no problem telling everyone how high ranked they were. Of course, we all should be fucking expecting greatness, right?
Sure.
I think so. All right, I got 2. I'm going Harry Miller.
Oh, nice.
Harry Balls.
And Matt Jones.
Ooh.
Matt Jones.
Digging deep for O-line help.
What? Don't you got to get 5? Is that what you said?
Yeah, you got to get 5.
All right. So, I'm seeing I need another defensive tackle. I will go Haskell Garrett.
Okay.
And let's see, my safety is set. You won't take one of those. 2 linemen and tight end. 2 more receivers. I need 2 more receivers. Let's go. Jay Williams.
Nice. He's going to be good. He's the sleeper pick. Don't think any of these freshmen are just going to leapfrog over Jay Williams.
No, he's the fastest dude on the team.
I had him. He was 5th. He was 5th on my receiver.
That
list.
dude is a boss.
Yeah. Daryl Hazel. Remember, he was the Buckeyes wide receiver coach when Ted Ginn was there.
Yeah. And then he went to Purdue.
Right. He saw tape of Jameson Williams, and he's like, "That's Ted Ginn."
Huh.
That was on the track.
Watching those old Ohio State games this weekend, and the last couple of weeks, I've just seen more of those 06, 05 teams. Yeah. Holy fuck, Ted Ginn was electric.
Yeah.
All right. So I have one more pick. I will fill out my receiving core with Jalen Harris.
Shawn's up. You just got Haskell Garrett and Jameson Williams.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. My mistake. Shawn, you have every right to take Jalen Harris.
I'm already done with my receivers. Olave, Wilson, and Gill.
Yep. Funny, nobody has taken a running back to this point. We are deep in the draft.
I figured if I waited longer, they'd get healthier.
Right. I'm just filling up my stuff here, so I guess the only 2 linebackers I got that I could take. I got to take Gant and Hilliard.
Okay, I like Hilliard there.
I think Hilliard's the same age as me, by the way.
He's due.
He's due.
Made some plays last year. savvy vet.
I think he would have. He had some of the worst luck ever.
Yeah.
Like his injuries, man. I just don't think he can be great anymore just because of the injuries.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks for him, but he was one of the highest 5-stars we had gotten in some time prior to getting him.
Right.
But he just, couldn't stay healthy. So, okay, Shawn, did you took both? You took Hilliard.
Yeah, I'm filling out
Garrett?
my roster, waiting for you to take a running back.
Well,
because I don't even care about the running backs. They're all the same to me.
I know you're a big Steel Chambers fan.
Yeah, I thought you're so high on Steele.
So
why
I'm
would you
taking
let
Crowley.
him hang?
I will take Crowley.
I like Crowley too.
I just took Crowley.
I like Steele or Crowley because they've been there.
Marcus Crowley and Luke Farrell, running back, tight end.
Okay.
All right, finish my D tackle, Tayron Vincent.
My
corners, Tyreek Johnson.
Ooh, expecting things from him?
That's my boy right there.
All right.
That's my sleeper pick. Tyreek Johnson's about to become the next Shawn Wade.
I would love to see that.
Buckeye Nation would love to see that.
Jesus, I mean I thought
they're both from Trinity.
Exactly.
So is Crowley.
And Wade.
Crowley's from there too?
Wade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Wade and Tyreek. I don't know. Crowley was from there. Let's go.
Okay. So I'm down to 2 offensive linemen and a safety needed.
Yeah, we can just almost fill this out, I guess, except for the.
We'll take Gavin Cupp, and Enoch Mahi.
Yeah, that kid's gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm surprised he lasted that long.
He just got back from his mission.
No, he did not.
I'll take Steele and Sermon.
Oh, you know what? I completely forgot about Trey Sermon. I didn't have him on the roster.
Wait a second. Go back. Sean, who'd you take after Teron Vincent?
With Teron Vincent, Tyreek Johnson.
Okay.
I missed Trey Sermon. He would have been my running back. Damn it, Joe. Not your fault. I'm just saying I missed it. Fuck.
I'm sorry.
I printed out no, that's all right. I printed out the roster and he wasn't on it, and I completely it slipped my mind.
No, Jeff, go back to your last 2 picks, please.
My last 2 picks were Enoch.
Yeah.
Jimmy and is that Luke Farrell at tight end? Oh, Gavin Cupp.
Yeah, okay. Gavin Cupp.
Right.
So that fills out my old line. And I have a safety left.
And the running back.
I took Crowley as the running back.
Don't you take...
You already took him.
do you only take one running back?
Yeah, just one running back.
Oh, then I don't want Sermon. I'm just filling out my roster now. So I'm taking... what do I need here?
I'll trade you Crowley for Sermon.
I need another corner. All right, I'm going to jump in the Jeff rookie boat and go with legend Cavazos.
Oh.
He was my next corner on the list ahead of Cam
And
Brown
then what? I think
Watts.
I'm done, aren't I? Except for...
You have...
quarterback to get yet?
Yeah, quarterback.
I'm going Stroud, baby.
Hell yeah. I wrote a piece of paper. I'm just making some notes here looking at the roster. I just wrote Stroud because obviously I figured if I didn't get Fields.
I mean, not seeing spring ball, it's only going to be Hoke. But Stroud's the guy that's got potential, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The other guy does too, but Stroud, I think, can play more like Fields can, where what's his name, Miller, I think he'll play more like a Haskins.
Yeah, probably.
I got 20 picks for Shawn, 19 for Jeff.
I didn't pick. Oh, yeah. No?
We're missing 3. I need 1 more for Jeff. I need 2. Shawn, I need 1.
21. I got 21 on my team.
Yep. You need 1 more. Jeff needs 2. I can run down the rosters for both of them if you'd like.
Okay, safety, Marcus Hooker. And offensive lineman, I would go freshman Paris Johnson.
Okay. Loading up on the freshman.
At certain positions and other positions, I went with starters.
Okay. So to me, looking at your roster, you expect the young guys to play a lot. I could see Shawn's defense negating your offense, honestly.
You're out of your fucking mind.
Take Stroud out of the equation.
Oh, okay. Just taking the quarterback out of the equation?
Right.
That usually works in football.
I'm talking about receivers versus corners. Forget who's delivering the ball.
Okay.
Olave and Wilson are the best receivers on the team.
Correct. And if I could have drafted them, I would have. Yeah, I went with Joe. I mean, I get your point. Yeah,
you got to give up.
I picked some freshmen in certain positions because I was hoping the other guy would be available, and he took the other guy in front of me.
I only got one. I only got 2 receivers for you, Jeff. Yeah, I think we need one more round here. Oh yeah, you got Gill. Okay, Jeff, you only got Fleming and Jamison Williams.
Okay.
You guys were debating about Jalen Harris, but
I said it thinking it was my pick, but I thought I made the pick official when it was my pick. But since his receivers are filled and I need a receiver off the waiver wire, I'm going to take Jalen Harris.
And I'm taking DeJuan Jones.
There we go.
As my 5th O-lineman.
That works.
Now, looking position by position, if you're breaking it down, Joe.
Yeah, I see. So Jeff has Wyatt Davis. Shawn has Munford. Jeff has Josh Myers. But Shawn has Harry Miller. Jeff has Vamahi and Cup. Shawn has NPF. Matt Jones. Jeff's got a true freshman in Paris Johnson. That's a tough call. I almost took Myers right before Jeff did.
No, I wasn't. Hey, I wasn't going off position. I was just picking 5 O-linemen. So I wasn't going off of thinking 2 tackles, 2 guards, a center.
Sure.
Because I think a lot of that's fluid with them.
See, I kind of did. That's why I took Matt Jones.
Mm-hmm.
At center.
At center, yeah. But you also took Harry Miller. Both those guys could be centers.
They could be, but Miller's going to be left guard.
Okay. I think for experience sake, I got to go with Jeff's O-line because, Shawn, you got NPF, Harry Miller, and Matt Jones. Those are 3 guys that have never played, really.
As opposed to
Wyatt Davis, Josh Myers, Vamahi, and Cup.
Right.
Yeah, they've never played.
They've been in the program.
So the MPF. An MPF play. I like my O-line just fine.
Okay.
Especially
Shawn,
that left side with
Shawn,
Munford and Miller and then Jones.
Shawn, do you remember how NPF has played? I mean, I know he did play. Do you remember how he played? You cannot tell me he was consistent.
I'd have to go back and look at the tape. I can't say I watched him that good, but I mean, I think he's working through things. I think MPF's going to be a starting right tackle this year.
Isaiah Prince was starting right tackle too. What does that mean?
I agree. I think
MPF. Isaiah Prince's
I think MPF is going to be a starting right tackle, but it's a tough call. Those 2 O-lines are pretty evenly matched. I
think I got 3 starters from the actual O-line that we're going to field. I think Munford, Miller, and MPF are 3 of the 5 starters.
You think Miller's going to
Myers? Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
So if Wyatt's at left guard, Myers at center, and Munford left tackle, and you got MPF right tackle. Okay, so right guard, Harry Miller. See, I would have thought.
Or left guard because Davis was right guard. I don't know if they switch him.
Yeah, I think Harry Miller goes left guard, and NPF slides into the right tackle.
Obviously not seeing spring and all that stuff. I was just projecting Cup as winning that position. I thought Cup was going to be a starter this year. That's why I put him ahead.
Well, I mean, I don't think
He's the
MPF
older
has
guy.
it locked up, but I think he's got the inside track.
He's a senior.
Right.
Cup's a senior.
Yeah. Yes, I mean,
5-year graduate senior.
Exactly.
If we would have just went through the spring ball and gotten all the reports and watched the spring game, and had this draft, obviously it probably would have been a lot different. It would be nice to have been able to do both, but I was picking Cup to win the starting job. That's why I drafted him. But
Interesting.
you don't know.
The highly ranked Luke Whippler didn't get a mention.
I don't
Trey
like the name.
LaRue, Grant Toutant, some of these younger guys didn't get mentioned.
Because it's. I mean, the
Max
guys that me
Ray.
and Jeff are bickering over are good. I mean, just look, the Mahi who we picked is going to be a stud at some point, but he's not even going to see the field this year.
He's a redshirt sophomore, I think.
The
Is he a
Mahi-
redshirt sophomore or redshirt freshman? Redshirt freshman.
Vamahi, he's a redshirt freshman, but
Freshman,
he was
right.
in the two deep last year, so I wouldn't.
I think he'll be in the 2 deep again this year, but I don't think he starts. And so you think these true freshmen are going to come in, and I just don't see any of those guys seeing much of the field.
Let's look at this secondary. I'm interested in this Shawn Wade.
Well, that was my strategy. I mean, what's the most irreplaceable guy on the field in a place that we have no depth at?
Lockdown corner.
Cornerback.
Sure,
So, boom. After he took Fields, I had to take Wade.
I thought
Easy
to me,
pick.
to me it was easy. If I don't get Fields, I'm taking Wade for sure.
But then,
now I forgot about the snake part, but that's the two best players on the.
you
two best
can't
players
forget about the fucking snake. But Jeff, then you went 3 corners in a row. Shawn didn't go back to corner until way late in the draft.
Well,
yeah, but I got my number 1 and number 2. You know how I got a man crush on Tyreek Johnson.
Yeah.
So I actually got my top 2 that I wanted, and then Jeff's,
really?
It was. I could take a picture of my thing here, but then I did want either Seven Banks or Cam Brown.
Nobody wants a picture of your thing on this show or any other.
Show you my
Brett
thing.
Favre.
So then I had to go with Joe's crush, Cavazos. He just likes saying Legend.
Yeah.
Cavazos.
It's nice to say. Makes you feel a little risky, maybe a little safe. A little safe, a little dirty.
Get your foot off the boat.
Joe.
All right, so those corners, let's keep those corners in mind that we just talked about. Shawn has Wade, Tyreek Johnson, Legend Cavazos, Tyreek being a guy who hasn't played at all, and a true freshman going against
highly touted that hasn't proven it.
But going against Jeff's wide receivers of Fleming, Jamison Williams, fastest guy on the team, and Jalen Harris.
I got a slot, I got the speedster, and I got a big body.
Interesting.
And I got Proctor backing up these guys. Backing up Legend. Legend will get toasted by any of those guys.
Yeah, Proctor's going to have to be the eraser, which we haven't seen him play.
But
Tyreek,
this is his, 3rd year in the system.
Yeah.
Wade is going to shut down. You put Wade on any of them, and it's game over for those young boys.
Yeah, Proctor
shut any of them down.
Proctor needs to be the eraser like Jordan Fuller was, and we've only seen Proctor be the headhunter.
Yeah, right.
So that's a big difference.
That's why I'm not super high on Proctor as the single high safety.
Yeah,
but I like him more as a nickel corner. I think.
You think that Hooker's got those genes?
No, that was just a matter of our lack of depth. I'm not high on anybody in the safety position. I'm not.
I'd like to see.
I'm not too
Hooker,
thrilled about. We need to pull another top safety in the country soon.
We got some young guys in there. We got Ronnie Hickman. He's a redshirt freshman. I don't like that Bryson Shaw. I think he's useless. But then we got coming in this fall, we got Lathan Ransom. He'll be in there soon. So
Right. I wasn't going to take a freshman that's not even, didn't even get to the winter. You know.
Mm-hmm.
That's.
I like that. I like that Court Williams. They got him listed as safety.
Right.
Court Williams was the other guy on my list. I had Hooker in Court.
We would have accepted Court Williams as a safety.
So, but that is really a lack of depth for us, that position.
Right. I'm looking at these DNs right now. I got Jeff has Zach Harrison.
Nice.
Then he goes Friday and the true freshman Henry. Why do you have 3?
No, Henry's got it tackled.
Henry's a D tackle.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had him penciled in at DN. Okay.
He's listed at tackle. He's 295, 300 pounds. I think he's going to stay at tackle.
Okay.
I drafted him for him playing tackle, not end.
Okay.
I had him down as a tackle.
All right, that's fine.
I think he's in rotation for sure.
So you guys, I would call this almost even. Cooper and Tyreek Smith versus Tyler Friday, Zach Harrison. I think Zach Harrison has the most upside. Tyreek Smith and Jonathan Cooper are super experienced, and I think Tyreek has the breakout year. Him and Zach could be the most valuable D lineman on that team.
I agree with that. But they're going to be rotating 8 guys. They have the depth.
Well, outside of that, who we didn't take was
Jean Baptiste.
Yeah, Baptiste.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He was on my list, but I think he's just outside of the guys that me and you picked.
Yeah.
I think all of us. Their starters might vary a little bit, but I think.
Mm-hmm. Don't forget about Noah Potter. He's a redshirt freshman. Jacoby Cowan is just coming in. He was in the...
I know. I'm wondering which one of those guys, because there's going to be a couple of these young guys that get some decent playing time at end.
And Davon Hamilton's little brother.
Oh,
Don't forget about him.
I did forget about him.
Yep.
Yeah, some of those freshmen I hadn't, I don't...
D-tackles people forgot about Jerron Cage. He's a junior. Redshirt junior.
Cage and don't sleep on
Antoine Jackson.
Exactly, Antoine Jackson.
He's a senior.
I expected he's a redshirt senior because after he transferred 2 years ago, I expected him to play.
Yeah,
and we just never heard from him.
He got injured for a year. I think he got an extra year of eligibility or something.
Yeah. Because he got behind Togiai and all those guys, and when BB and Michael Hill was still there, like he just never. But we put a lot of defensive linemen in the NFL, so that's why you can't really, there's a bunch of pros in front of him.
Don't forget
Jones
about
and everything else.
Jaden McKenzie, redshirt freshman at D tackle, highly rated. Let's not forget about him. He could see some playing time. So I was just looking at these D tackles.
You're going to play 6 of them, right? You're going to play 6?
At least, yeah. Shawn, you got Togiai, Vincent.
That's your starters, I think.
Yeah. Jeff, you got Henry and Garrett. Okay, I call that a toss-up, honestly, because you got some experience there with Garrett being the older guy.
You're nuts if you don't.
But Henry's a top 10 player in the nation coming in, right?
No, Taron Vincent was.
Yeah,
weren't they both? I mean, different years. I mean, I know not Harrison.
And Togiai.
Vincent hasn't played it
be a wrecking ball. My 2 guys, I think, when they march out there, are going to be the 2 guys that march out there for the first play.
Okay. Hopefully Vincent can stay healthy. He definitely could. That's been his problem, though. Who else? Who do you have here at linebacker? That was another key position I wanted to look at. Browning for Shawn.
I jumped on that because I just had to get him.
And then Gant and Hilliard. So you got the aged veterans. Jeff went Werner with the neck, obviously. Taraja Mitchell. Mitchell lacking experience, but then he comes back with Tough Borland. So I guess, Jeff, you picture Taraja playing outside and Tough Borland staying in the middle, right?
I mean, if those were if those three, and I didn't have Shawn's three, I would say, Taraji, you're gonna have to play outside, homie. I wouldn't feel great about it. I would probably run some real tricky defenses, with maybe try to get with two linebackers. But yeah, I mean, Shawn took who else can play the outside. So,
but you took three linebackers 3 rounds in a row,
right?
Yeah, he took them, and he's solid there.
Yep, definitely.
I think outside of Baron Browning, I think that's the 3 best linebackers on the team.
Guys that stand out to me that weren't even mentioned. Kayvon Pope.
Oh, I got one.
Kayvon Pope was right there with me. Could have been interchangeable with Gant or Hilliard, frankly.
Yeah, he was.
You gotta pick somebody though.
Right.
You
got Craig Young. We haven't seen much of him. Tommy Eichenberg, the redshirt freshman.
Yeah, I don't know that kid at all. I have no opinion on that.
Mitchell Melton. Yeah, not much from these guys that we've seen yet. So these guys are all freshmen.
Yeah, there's no reason I didn't pick them. Same reason that, there's no reason I would pick them. There's no info.
Right. So I like.
But I went with experience, and I'm picturing Werner and Tough Borland both being 100%, and Mitchell being, based on everybody that I picked, being healthy 100% start of the season.
Who do you think has the speed advantage at linebacker? Shawn's got Baron Browning. He might be the fastest.
No, Jeff already lost. He's got Borland. It's not even close.
Yeah, I mean, if you're taking 40 times 3 and 3, Shawn probably took 2 of the 3.
Yeah. Gant might make up for that though, Shawn.
Hey, there's more linebackers than running a 40.
That's true.
I don't have to tell you guys that. You're not.
Can't measure heart.
No.
Knowing where to be and making a tackle is pretty important.
Definitely.
It is, but that's why I got some of that Hilliard love. He'll play disciplined ball, I think.
Well, I mean, but think about this, Shawn. If you're picking seriously, if you're gonna take Hilliard over Tough Borland, if that's your choice right there,
no.
This one or that one.
No, the thing is, Tough's such. I don't know. It's such a conundrum with. I don't think you can leave Tough off the field because I think he's that good of a leader and understands it that well. And yet, I think we've got.
Well, that's kind of what I'm.
Five better athletes sitting there waiting to get on the field.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. I 100% agreement with you. There are at least 5 better athletes at the linebacker position.
He's been a captain twice. I mean, the dude's doing something right for sure.
All that went into my pick. You know what I mean? Like the guy that can run the defense.
I thought this was interesting. Nobody even mentioned this guy's name on the offensive side of the ball.
I know what you're going to say.
No.
DeMario McCall.
D-Mac.
Yep. I was
what has the world come to where we have a podcast and nobody mentions DeMario?
Well, you said we were only getting one running
back. I was when I took Gil. It's kind of like, I should give DeMario the love.
That's why
I had Gil and McCall listed as I was going to throw them at receiver or running back, depending on where I needed them, because they practice at both, and I was going to fucking trick you.
I was just looking at it as like an H-back spot and 2 receivers.
Mm-hmm. That's about the same. The slot is the H.
Well, according to what play they're going to run, there could be 3 receivers or the H or 2 running backs. I mean, I didn't get into. I didn't think about. I wasn't drafting to not overlap positions.
Were you?
Right?
Who were you? Who were you drafting to stop Olave and Wilson?
The best 2 corners available.
Nobody.
You got Cam Brown.
Nobody.
I would say not Williamson. Williamson's a senior that is only 5'10", 5'11". Not sure he's going to out-jump anybody.
Right, okay. Our backups are going to have a hard time covering those two guys, along with every fucking starting corner in the country. So
I'll give you Banks and Brown.
Nobody's going to have an easy time with those two receivers.
Honestly, I think I would trade.
Let alone our backups.
I'll trade you Banks and Brown for Shawn Wade.
Are you Shawn's GM now? I mean, I thought I was talking to Shawn here.
I'm on the payroll.
Okay.
Hey, bro, I ain't giving up Shawn Wade.
All right. Not for a Cam Brown and a Seven Banks.
No, for Justin Fields.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. That's where I thought that conversation would go. So I didn't even bring it up.
What about Ryan Watts? Nobody mentioned him. True freshman.
Yeah, I had him on the list. I had him on at least the true freshman. I knew I started noticing I had about five true freshmen. And I'm like, obviously I know 5 true freshmen are not going to get major playing time.
True freshmen are screwed.
Okay. Even though somebody took Cavazos?
Yeah, well, who should I have taken? I didn't look.
I like Ryan Watts. He's a lot taller, longer.
Well, he's a freshman, too. And I'd rather take Lloyd McFarquhar.
Would you?
Or Daryl Sinclair.
Watch your mother Farquhar.
They're both out of the Cleveland area.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Honestly,
but they're juniors and seniors. They've been there.
We're doing a theoretical draft of current Ohio State roster, and when we haven't seen a good 20% of this roster at all. Like, they're a 20%, 30% of this roster we have no opinion on. Right. So they're completely out of the mix. It gets when you're looking at your 5th offensive lineman and your 3rd corner, it gets kind of shallow.
What's nice, though, and I think the point that is made, is that you can actually draft a couple really good fucking teams.
Yeah,
Ohio State's roster.
I think both of our teams make a bowl game. I think both of our teams go to the bowl. We might both win the Big Ten, actually.
For sure.
Exactly. They'd be in the hunt. They'd probably play each other.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, these are 10-win teams, I would say, in the Big Ten.
Stroud, obviously having a true freshman quarterback, under these circumstances, not having spring and all that shit, he's going to struggle, obviously. So your offense is going to struggle a lot. Your receivers going to get upset because they're not getting the ball, and so you're going to have to battle some infighting. So lean on your coaches. But I got a leader at quarterback, so I'm good. No, I don't know. I think definitely either team would win. Well, it depends on where the backups are. I mean, like, since I have all Shawn's backups, his team might not be that good, and vice versa.
No, because I didn't even go that deep. There's a lot of guys, like you said, Joe. You said we didn't mention them. That's because you told us to pick 2 of each one. So after you get past the top 4, you don't mention some of these guys. But yeah, there's a ton of them that don't get mentioned.
D-line, we could have talked about. Actually, we probably could talk about 4 more guys. Like, if we were kept picking them, there's a bunch of guys I would like to have on my team.
Well, and receivers, I like a bunch of these other young guys: Smith Njigba, Gee Scott Jr.
Yeah.
Mookie Cooper. That Cameron Babb's supposed to be back. I mean,
dude, I hope he can stay healthy, man. I want to see him. I want to see what that dude can do.
Yeah.
I know he's got to have something to prove. He's been banged up, and he's watching all his talent walk in the front door. He's got to be just busting his ass to get back.
I want to get your opinions real quick on team wins. Ohio State over under 10.5.
That's a strong number, and that's at the end of this includes like the bowl win and all that, like total
regular season only.
Oh, regular season only, 10.5. So we go. So they're saying we go 11-1 or undefeated. Yep. I go over. I take the over. I take 10. I take the over.
So 11 or 12 wins, huh?
Yeah. All
right.
I think we might drop one, but I don't see us dropping 2.
We got away games at Oregon early, Michigan State, Penn State, Maryland, and Illinois.
There's going to be some tough games.
It's the over.
Yeah.
It's easily the over.
That's the way I go.
The Oregon game might be our toughest game. the second game of the season.
I think at Penn State's going to be our toughest game, I think.
Yeah, that will be. And outside of that, what's a tough game? Michigan State's going to be garbage. Michigan's coming to Columbus?
Right.
I don't think so.
Iowa's coming to Columbus.
Give me over under Michigan State's wins. Was it like 4.5, 5.5?
Yeah, it was 4.5.
Is it 4.5? Gee, I was guessing. Oh my god!
I got the under.
You got the under.
I do.
You would know. I mean, I'll take your word for it, Shawn. You're up in that territory.
Oh, it's up to 5.5 now. That changed.
I definitely got the under.
Last time I sent you guys those.
That Spartan money's been rolling in.
Yep.
Spartan money's been rolling in.
They're fucking banging the drum.
Just hammering it.
Burning the couches in EL.
Yep.
Jesus.
Okay, Michigan, 9.5.
I
win on this number every fucking year, dude.
Do you really? You take their number every year?
Under. I always go under.
Hey, take it till you break it, I guess. Jesus, 9.5. So they're picking Michigan to win 10, beating who are their two victories?
But here's what
who are their two losses? I mean,
they got.
They're saying just Ohio State and Penn State.
Ohio State beats them.
They go to Washington. Penn State is a home game for them. Then they come to Columbus. They do go to Sparty. Not sure that matters, but they do have Wisconsin coming into their house.
Oh, that game matters for those two teams. That game matters.
Right, but I think the Wisconsin game is the beatdown. And probably the Penn State. I go Wisconsin's a loss. Penn State's a loss. Washington, damn close game. Ohio State's a loss. I got 4 losses right here.
A lot of those are toss-ups to me.
We got Michigan going to Washington, and we're going to Oregon. 2 of us going out to the upper Northwest.
Right.
Interesting.
Oregon's going to be like preseason 5.
Well, all bets are off. If we don't play in September and we cut out the non-conference games, then all bets are off. So I see 3 losses at least here. So I take the under just on principle.
I hadn't looked at their schedule yet, but I would go under. Looking at that schedule,
I don't know. I think the Big Ten, might outside of Ohio State, might be a little down this year.
They're very down, yeah.
So I think Michigan probably has more talent than most. They got a lot of that. They've got a lot of skill positions returning. Harbaugh doesn't know how to coach a quarterback. I think they've got some running backs. Their D-line's actually going to be legit. They're going to have one of the best front fours in the country. I think they got that one Daxton Hill or something, that stud 5-star dude. Yeah. He's kind of all over the place.
Okay, how many years now, Shawn? How many years have we heard about Michigan's D-line is going to be for real this year? They had Rashawn Gary, Chase Winovich, all these fucking guys.
But Jeff, what you're missing is it is legit for most of the season until they face the Buckeyes.
Right. Okay. All right. So yeah, they're going to have good guys like they've had the last couple of years.
Well, actually, I think the guys that got assembled there right now across that front are as good as they've had.
Really? Okay. All right. Now, I'm not saying they weren't good players. I mean, obviously I see these guys play in the NFL still. So I mean, but for somebody to say, "Oh, their defense is loaded this year," I fucking heard that plenty of times, and then I've seen a lot of points get hung on them when it really matters.
That's very true. I can't argue with that shit. I want to ask you about while we're talking about middle of the road Big Ten teams. Wisconsin is at 9.5 as well. Look at this schedule they got. They got Notre Dame coming in. They go to Michigan. We mentioned. You can call that a toss-up if you'd like. I like Wisconsin as the better team there.
Going into Michigan though,
at the Big House, man.
Yeah,
that's tough.
I don't know where you get off on that.
I don't know Wisconsin's quarterback, but
it's still.
I'll bet you Wisconsin is not favored in that game.
You don't think?
No.
Well, where's it at in the season? I mean, what do you think the records will be? Yeah, that's what you have to look at. Like
it's end of September.
Oh, so early in the season. Yeah, Michigan's going to be ranked higher. Michigan will be the favorite at home, for sure. It's early September still, so I mean, they're both going to be undefeated probably.
Don't let Whiskey be a fucking ranked opponent.
I tell you what, though, I like that Wisconsin-Notre Dame game. That's going to be a good game to watch, hopefully.
Right now, you got Michigan as a 2.5-point favorite at home against Whiskey.
Just 2.5.
Right now, they got Whiskey as a favorite at home against Notre Dame. 2.5.
I would imagine everything's pretty modest right now because nobody even knows that the sport's going to happen.
Right.
So I mean, I'm sure the lines aren't moving much right now.
Lukewarm lines.
Very fluid.
There's a lot of fluid. There's definitely fluid flying around. We've seen that. All right. Buckeyes are 7.5-point favorites at home against Michigan. That's gone up. That was around, was that 6.5 before? It might have been 8. I don't know. So Buckeyes
against Michigan?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're going to blow them out by like 28 or 29 again. Something in that range, be my guess.
Yeah.
And then people are really going to start shitting themselves over Harbaugh.
Are they really? I don't know if I see anybody getting upset.
If they get blown out again?
Dude, they've been blown out how many times? It doesn't seem to matter. They go to overtime against Army. It doesn't seem to matter. You know?
Well, yeah, but we do the same thing. Overtime with Maryland and, you know, stupid things. It's hard to stay focused.
Apparently.
I think Ryan Day has a special skill set that allows him to allow those kids to focus.
Yeah.
Well, like we have those games, and we'll have a letdown game against Purdue and Iowa, and we'll go to double overtime with Maryland, but we fucking hammer our rivals consistently.
Yeah,
they have those games, and then they get hammered by their rivals consistently.
Right.
That's the big difference.
Yeah.
I think this year, this got to be the after the last 2 years that they've taken from Ohio State. If they get another one of those in Columbus, I think Michigan and Harbaugh start talking like, okay, this isn't working. Somebody needs to change. So
we'll see. I don't know where they go from here, though.
How long is he under contract still?
He's. We talked about that last time. His contract expires at the end of the 21 season. So you could say after the season that he's a lame duck if he doesn't get it.
Nah, but I think everybody...
he won't be a lame duck. He won't be a lame duck. They won't do him like that. But what's his buyout?
I don't know off the top of my head.
You get a wet blanket. You could get a wet blanket to win 8 games in Ann Arbor.
Yeah. And what's he done?
I think the move is you bring in one of these young up and comer OCs, and you know what? Hopefully you don't have to take too many shots, and you try that. Hopefully you find the right guy. If not, you give them a couple, 2-3 years, and change out for another up and comer hot shot. There'll be guys. There's always going to be guys.
Michigan doesn't seem like the school that does a rotation of young coaches.
Watch Luke Fickell take that job.
Oh, I'd be shocked, dude.
No.
Why? Schembechler did.
That doesn't mean anything.
And that could mean the huge thing. That could start the whole 10-year war again. And
it definitely could. I don't see it. I don't see it. That would be the all-time shocker. I'd
think he'll be like, all right, good for you. Turns over to the dark side.
I can't think he could stomach that.
I couldn't see it. That'd be fucking crazy. That would be made for TV for sure.
Yeah, well for $7 million, you can get used to the taste.
That's what she said.
Jesus. I do agree, though, that that's the route you do take. You go with a hot up and coming, probably a hot up and coming offensive, typically, I think offensive mind quarterback guru type, because that's been the biggest struggle.
They
he
thought
can't
they
get
had
a good
that.
quarterback,
or some stud head
that's
coach
what I'm
out
saying,
of the
Joe.
MAC.
But yeah, they're not that hot up and coming school that hire those guys. They need to change to that to find the right one. So I think if they do make a move, I think that's the route you have to take, like Shawn said. Get that hot up and coming guy so we can build some, get some recruits in there, get some, get people talking, rah bullshit. And then, if he doesn't work, then you change him out in 3 years and send him on his way. But you get him on the cheap a little bit too. You get these new guys. But
what
they
does
have
that
to
get you? Does that win you one more game a year?
I don't know what could, after going. There hasn't been this long of a dominant run since 100 years ago in this rivalry. So nobody really knows I can't fathom what is going through their fucking minds. Like, I'd blow my own brains out, I think. You know what I mean? If we were just getting destroyed year after year.
I'm telling you.
I know the 80s and the 80s and 90s weren't cool. And I remember those, but it wasn't no fucking 15 out of 16 years or something crazy.
Right.
So they gotta the school, everybody's gotta be thinking, well, fuck it, we gotta try something. If what we keep trying doesn't work, let's try something different. I mean, they do have some smart people there. I mean,
I'm telling you, the epiphany is Luke Fickell. He didn't want that garbage Michigan State job. I mean, who wants to jump into there?
Right. That's successful. The
rest of the Big Ten is going up. I think it's going to be a little bit of a down year, but I think everybody's trending upwards except Michigan State. They're trending downwards right now, I feel. So Fickell didn't want that gig. What other gig is Fickell going to wait for other than the Michigan job? He's not going to get the Ohio. Notre Dame, yeah, I guess. Would Bama, if Saban retires, would Bama take him?
Well, maybe. I don't know if they take him. I know that he wants to stay around the Midwest, and he's not here. He only has one way to go. His next job is going to be a Power 5, Big Ten job probably. He's not going to go to Florida State. He's not going to go to USC. He's not a LA. He's not a coastal.
The way
guy.
The conferences are now, Joe, he could take a Big 12, Big 10, ACC job. Really?
Yeah, but he knows this area. I'm telling you, he's taking the Michigan or the Notre Dame job.
I don't think Michigan. No, I don't think so.
I could not fucking see it. That would blow my mind. But yeah, I think you're right. That could start that would start the war again.
I think.
Well, he'd be down there. He knows every coach in Ohio. He'd be recruiting the crap out of Ohio. Harbaugh doesn't know anybody. I mean, it'd be on.
If think about it, I
think, frankly, he'd be a great guy for the
Harbaugh
job.
comes in Ohio and they're like, yeah, we remember you from '84, asshole. Fuck off.
But look, Fickell was setting up a job at Notre Dame by recruiting Cincinnati so heavy right now. He owns Cincinnati, along with Ohio State, plucking a few guys here and there. But Notre Dame used to own Cincinnati.
That's true.
And he's just setting it up to make that move.
They
and
all them
Brian
Princeton
Kelly's
boys.
such a red ass. Everybody's tired of him.
He's going to the NFL, I think.
He could. He's probably burned out just as much as the Notre Dame Irish boosters are burned out of him.
The thing is, it's
this red face.
How long are you going to wait? The Michigan job's going to be open in a year or two, I think.
He's only been at Cincinnati for 3 years? 4, the most.
Yeah, 3.
He's doing a nice job.
Yeah,
he is. That was a good. That turned out to be a good win for us.
He's not a big jump around kind of guy either. He's not going to jump around from job to job. Look at how long he stayed at Ohio State.
Right, that's what I mean. To be an assistant, to be an interim head coach, and then go back to being an assistant, you don't just. I don't know, man. I can't see him taking the Michigan job. That would be crazy.
That's why I say he goes outside the conference. He goes outside the conference, one way or another.
And plus, he's got to look right now. He knows how Ohio State is. He knows how we're rolling. Mm-hmm. Did you think he wants to get in front of that fucking train right now?
Right.
I mean, a lot of coaches. Yeah, it's a big time job, but if you think you can get now it's one thing.
What better job? Nobody's got more resources than Michigan.
Right, Shawn. Okay, that's what I was gonna say. Now, if Michigan was his only big program job offer, then that's one thing. But if he's thinking that there's an opportunity at 2 or 3 others, say at Notre Dame, maybe at Wisconsin, if Chris ever gets plucked somewhere else, because I think Chris is pretty cemented in there, but he might take a bigger job somewhere. I could see him definitely at Wisconsin.
Yeah. I don't picture him in the Big Ten. I think...
that's another thing, too. I mean, if you come into the Big Ten, you have a juggernaut that's going to hit you every year. Guaranteed.
You know that in every
domination.
Conference. If you're in the ACC, Clemson's going to smack. If you're in the SEC, a bunch of them are going to smack.
Yeah, true. And coaches don't think like that. Coaches think like, my way will fucking rule the world.
I don't see him in the South either.
No, he doesn't play in the South.
He's a big Catholic family guy, with a lot of kids. He doesn't want to move around a lot. He wants his kids to all, get through school before he moves. And that's why I say something regional like Notre Dame is perfect if that opens up in the next 2-3 years. I think he can stay at Cincinnati and just be patient. I don't think he's antsy to jump. Honestly,
I think he actually would have taken that Michigan State job if the timing were better and it wasn't such a late train wreck.
Right, if they didn't have such a train wreck there, he probably would have. And when it first came available, when they first mentioned, I'm like, oh yeah, I could see Fickell taking that for sure.
That was
then you read about all the investigations.
Antonio went, right? Cincinnati, Michigan State, maybe a stop in between, or the same way D'Antonio went.
I think,
right.
Yeah.
He went Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And Michigan State, yeah. But that doesn't mean that that's what Fickell wants to do.
No, I mean...
but that ain't a bad little career, especially... I mean, they gave that dude out in Colorado that was like 5-7 or 7-5. I don't know what he was.
5-7.
At first he's saying no. And they're like doubled his salary. The dude's making jack. He's like, all right, I'll take it.
Right.
They're screwed.
Yeah. All right, boys, let's get out of here.
All
right, folks. We appreciate you joining us and powering through that one. Don't forget to hit the website, thebuckeyecast.com. Check out our wares. And as always, subscribe and follow us at the Buckeye Cast all over the place. Jeff, thank you so much.
No problem, brother.
Shawn, thank you.
Hey.
All right, keep the quarantine on. Later.